Hey everyone, James Baek here. Welcome back for some more VGC 2015 back-to-back battles here on the Doubles Battle Spot Ladder. Today's team, we're still using the same team of Cresselia, Kyogre, Groudon, Mawile, Thundurus Incarnate, and Kangaskhan. So this team has grown quite a bit on me, I'm not going to lie. I think it's pretty good. Definitely not the most solid team, but the idea is just fascinating to me. About using Double Primal, I want to try it again, see if I can get better at using it, and we're going to find 2 battles in this game and gain some knowledge hopefully in this battle, have some great battles as well. See you guys in just a second. Our first opponent of the day is a 1784 rated player from Japan. I feel like I battled this team. Yeah, I did battle this team yesterday, and this team is very interesting. Rayquaza, Kyogre, Lifer, Talonflame, Gengar, and Crobat. I believe his Gengar was actually Mega Gengar with Will-O-Wisp and Taunt, which was an interesting idea. His Crobat carries Haze, which is really interesting. Yeah, I think this is the same guy. Mega Rayquaza, Kyogre, very common core in the VGC 2016 metagame. Japan has been picking it up a lot recently. And what do I want to go? I feel like I could sweep if I just get Trick Room up combined with my Kyogre. So I actually don't see anything wrong with leading Kyogre. The only problem is if he leads Ray, which is very high. I guess it is really high. But I think Kyogre is the best play. Go with Mawile, and the question is, do I want Primal Groudon? Or would I rather have Thundurus? Because Groudon's pretty weak in this matchup. It can do work though, however. But Thundurus can just fire off wild charges. I actually like Thundurus as the second way of speed control. Unfortunately, I do not have switch into Primal Kyogre, which is unfortunate. But I don't think Primal Groudon's the call here. Of course, it could be helpful if I am able to get some Precipice Blades up. However, I'd rather have a reliable way to hit the Kyogre for really good damage. Wild Charge is very good. Looks like he leads Lifer, Gengar. Okay. Against my Kyogre and Cresselia. Now, this is actually pretty fine because he's going to get punished somehow. The plays he can go for is Fake Out, Shadow Ball, Fake Out Taunt. He could go for a Encore Disable, which he can't actually do this turn, but I guess he could do it in following turns. He could go for a Double Protect, kind of worthless however. But either way, if he goes for the Fake Tears, Sludge Bomb, or Shadow Ball play, most likely Shadow Ball into Cresselia. I think I do live a Fake Tears Shadow Ball with my investment. Now, if he does that and it does knock out Cresselia, let's say, it's going to allow me to get a free Water Spout, knock out his Gengar, bring his Liepard into Sash, and if he goes for it down to Kyogre, it's not going to knock me out in no way, no stretch of the imagination. Plus, I get a Trick Room up for free and some free damage, which is pretty nice. So I think I am going to go for the Trick Room Water Spout play. No reason not to. I think this guy has actually a pretty bad matchup against me, just because Trick Room Kyogre can kind of wreck his entire team. So let's see what it goes for. It's going to be the Fake Out onto who? It's going to be onto Kyogre. What does he go for with his Gengar? It's going to be the Taunt, which is fine. I do carry the Mental Herb, completely okay with me, as my Mental Herb is going to activate and I do get the Trick Room up for free. And yes, I know he has an Encore, however I have Helping Hand, which I'll prioritize any priority move in this game actually. So I am going to Helping Hand here and go for the Water Spout. He does not have a Groudon, so I can just go for the Water move for free. I don't care if he goes for Encore, which he probably did, as I do go for the Helping Hand onto my Kyogre, and Gengar most likely protecting this turn, as Liepard most likely going to go for the Encore onto me. Yeah, but he's going to go for the Encore into Cresselia. However, I did predict that, go for the Helping Hand, and now he's in a really terrible position as I can freely fire off Water Spouts. And I did say it was Taunt Mega Gengar. Yeah, I don't think Taunt Mega Gengar is really worth the slot. I think Disable is pretty nice on Mega Gengar. I think it has really good options like Disable, Sludge Bomb, Shadow Ball, a bunch of other options, and Water Spout plus Helping Hand will hurt anything he wants on his team. He's going to actually save his Liepard. Probably bring out Kyogre, but it's actually going to be Rayquaza, which is going to reduce the damage because it's going to negate the water. But however, the Helping Hand boost is going to make it so it's the same base power as it was with the Rain Up, and the Water Spout's going to knock out the Mega Gengar. And let's see how much it does to Rayquaza. It does half, which is very impressive damage as Mega Gengar is going down. Shadow Attack is no longer available, so I can freely switch here, which is really nice as he does bring out his Liepard. And he has taken so much damage that I think it is okay for me right here. I think my free play is to switch out Cresselia, because I really doubt he's targeting Cresselia. That's locked into Helping Hand. And how many times of Trick Room do I have? Let's see. I have 2 more. I have 2 more, so 1 more after this. So I can get a free switch into Mawa here. And just click Protect with Kyogre. That way I can scare him with the Play Rough from my Mawa. He does not have a switch into Play Rough unless it's Talonflame. And Talonflame is not really switching to anything because it's going to take a lot of damage no matter what. As I do get the Intimidate off onto his Mega Rayquaza, I did not get to see what kind of Mega Rayquaza he was. And he's not going to Mega Evolve because he cannot Mega Evolve because he Mega Evolved Gengar. Fake Out's going to go into Kyogre, most likely Dragon Descent, but it's actually the Dragon Dance. Completely fine. As Rayquaza is going to be at neutral, so most likely, since he has Dragon Dance, most likely he cannot do anything else. As here I'm going to go for the Iron Head onto his Liepard. Most likely he's going to protect his Rayquaza. And I'm actually going to switch out. I think Thundurus is a pretty safe switch. Yeah, I think Thundurus is a pretty safe switch. I should be able to live an Extreme Speed. And plus I can get Thunder Waves off with my Thundurus, which is kind of what I exactly want. Because I want to be able to Thunder Wave Pokemon such as this Kyogre. Once I Thunder Wave this Kyogre, the game should be fine. As Mawa is going to Mega Evolve here. No more Intimidate, unfortunately, but Huge Power is nice. As he protects with his Rayquaza as predicted. Let's see if Liepard cares Protect or not. It's going to go for the Encore into my Kyogre who went for Protect earlier, which is fine. As Iron Head is going to knock out his Liepard. Really good positioning for me right now, as he only has a neutral Rayquaza at only +1 speed. Now I'm really going to help him against the Trick Room matchup, as let's see who he brings out. It's going to be the Kyogre, and most likely what's going to happen here is he... Dragon Dance Rayquaza usually only carries the moves Extreme Speed plus Dragon Descent. Neither one of those moves is going to OHKO me. This Kyogre most likely is timid, modest max speed, so most likely no bulk. So here I think he cannot knock me out unless he gets a crit. So here I'm going to go for the Wild Charge combined with the Iron Head. As he goes for the Extreme Speed, it just crits. Yeah, I didn't even think a crit I don't think would have knocked me out. He's actually Scarf Kyogre. I should have realized that. I really should have realized that when he was in Primal. That could cost us the game. As I'm going to bring out my Kyogre and my Cresselia here. Okay. We have a game. I should have Thunder Waved Protect. That would have honestly guaranteed me the game. But now we actually have some mind games to pull through. Here I think just going for Origin Pulse plus Trick Room is fine. Problem is I'm going to take a lot from Dragon's Ascent plus Water Spout, so am I going to risk my Kyogre? But he could just Dragon's Ascent my Cresselia and go for the Water Spout. So I think I'm going to go for the Origin Pulse and go for the Trick Room here, predicting it to double up into my Cresselia. As he does go for the Dragon's Ascent, if it's onto my Kyogre, it might be game over. As it's going to be my Cresselia. Woo! That could have been very scary. Of course, we have to rely on Origin Pulse connecting, but normal Kyogre should not be able to beat my Primal, as that Water Spout did a lot, actually. Wow. As Origin Pulse does connect with both Pokemon, and luckily Cresselia survives, which I was not anticipating, as Origin Pulse able to knock out his Rayquaza at low HP. That Origin Pulse did nothing to his Kyogre, though. As we do get the Trick Room up, luckily he doesn't have much PP for his Kyogre. I do not want to miss an Origin Pulse, so I think I'm going to go for my Helping Hand Water Spout, because it does do more damage, so I'm going to Helping Hand Water Spout. I can also PP stall him from his Water Spout, so this should be fine, as I do go for the Helping Hand Water Spout, because I do not want to risk Origin Pulse just yet, as I get a lot of free damage. Wow, look at that damage. Is that a crit? No, it's not a crit. Water Spout gonna do very little to my Kyogre. You have to imagine Scarf. If it's not a Primal Kyogre, it's most likely Scarf Kyogre in the metagame. And he definitely was Scarf because he outspeed my Thundurus. But here I'm gonna go for the save play, go for the Protect. I am stalling my Trick Room, however, I am stalling his PP as he is gonna forfeit, realizing He does not have enough water spouts to take me out, so I am going to win the game. That was very foolish of me. We did learn about always check if your opponent's Kyogres are primals, because I thought he did primal go through primal reversion there, but he didn't, so that could have been a very huge mistake for me. But anyway, we did come up on top, but however, we did learn some lessons. We're going to find our second battle, and hopefully we're able to win that battle as well. T-Man with his 1691 rating will be our second opponent of the day. I actually know T-Man, Tommy Coolian, who's a good friend of mine, and he's actually should be streaming right now. I believe today is one of his streaming days, as he brings his team of Kangaskhan, Kyogre, Salamence, Talonflame, Groudon, and Bronzong. So I feel really strong about my matchup just because Trick and Kyogre kind of dominates his team. That's what I don't like about double primals, is that Kyogre kind of walls through the entire rest of the team usually. So I feel great about that. Now the question is, which Mega do I want to choose? Do I want to go Mawile? Do I want to go Kangaskhan here? And I kind of like Kangaskhan here. Just for the fake out pressure. I feel like that's fine actually. So I'm going to go Kangaskhan, Cresselia, have Kyogre in the back. Now the question is, do I want my Groudon or do I want my Thundurus? Because Thundurus could do really well here, just going for the Thunder Wave. Because he might not go for Trick Room, since my Trick Room option is very real here. I could also bring my Groudon. I think Thundurus is fine though. Yeah, I'm going to go with what I brought in the last game. Just because Thundurus, a Wild Charge, will do a lot to his Primal Kyogre. And the fact that, you know, Wild Charge. If you guys want to go check out Tommy's stream, I will put in the link in the description down below. Definitely go check it out. He's a fantastic friend of mine. He does produce some high quality streams. He's getting into streams more recently, and we'll see how this goes. As he leads Salamence and Groudon, so he is going to go with the... I don't know how you pronounce it, but I am going to lead my Kangaskhan plus Cresselia here. Now, I really want to know what kind of Groudon is he. Is he physical? Is he special? On dual primal, you usually run physical Groudon because it helps against the Kyogre matchup, and I think it would be physical Groudon because this team's really weak to Xerneas, and it's really weak to well, it's weak to Xerneas redirection, and it's weak to Kyogre. So we'll see here. As here, I kind of just want to go for the fake out onto his Groudon and go for the Trick Room right here. Is that the right play? I feel like it is. I don't care if he protects. Salamence can't do much. It could go for a Double Edge. It can go for a Draco Meteor. Either way, I'm fine if Kangaskhan takes damage. Cresselia is fine as well, taking damage. Just getting the Trick Room was really nice. It's really nice to see he brought Ment, because Ment is actually a less threat to Kyogre than Kangaskhan. Although, of course, Salamence does resist Water Spout. It's still not going to take a Helping Hand Water Spout. Well, I'm going to tell you guys that. A Helping Hand Water Spout will probably do 80%, so all I have to do is like get a Sucker Punch off onto his Ment in order to knock it out. As he's going to go for the Mega Evolution, no protects, I think. I think he has to go straight for the offensive here. Because he really needs damage in order to beat my Trick Room mode. As here I'm going to bring out my Kangaskhan. Let's see what he goes for. Is it going to be protected with Groudon? Nope, it's not. The fake out onto his Groudon is really nice for me here. As, let's see. It's going to be the Double Edge. Probably into my Cresselia, I would assume. No, it's actually Kangaskhan. I am fine with that, as he takes a lot of recoil. He might be in Ice Beam range now, as I do get my Trick Room up successfully. Now here, I feel like I can get a free switch into Kyogre. Precipice Blades will not knock me out, or not do that much, because I am bulky Kyogre. I think just going for the Ice Beam into the Ment. Yeah, Ice Beam into the Ment seems fine. I do want to keep Kangaskhan around. The reason is it does damage his Kyogre, which he definitely has in the back, because Kyogre can do pretty well against my double primal team, since I am running double primals. However, I have better options against Kyogre on my team than his. I do have to worry about his Kyogre switching in. Most likely Kyogre would switch in for the Ment right here. I could definitely see that, and him going for a Precipice Blades, but he's actually going to withdraw his Groudon. Completely fine as Kyogre. Bronzong coming out, so that is fine as well. Let's see if he protects his Ment or not, or if he just goes for the attack. I don't know what Bronzong wants to do against my team. I know it gets Skill Swap, it gets Gravity, it gets quite a few options. As he might lose his Ments. I don't think he will lose his Ments here. I think he definitely switches out. As we do bring out my Primal Kyogre, which is nice because I'm probably taking no damage with my Primal Kyogre, and that's exactly what I want right now. As, no, he does not protect. Ice Beam's going to come out onto the Meds. Will this knock it out? Yes, it does. And he loses the Mega right away. Really cool for me. Really cool for me. As, if he wants to bring out Groudon, it's kind of not his best play. And I definitely don't think he's bringing out... I don't think he brings out Groudon here. Because he knows I can just Skill Swap Water Spout. Bronzong's slower than my Kyogre, definitely. And he can't Skill Swap his Groudon. Otherwise, I'll just Skill Swap back my Kyogre and then just go for a Water Spout. So he has to bring out his Kyogre. And I doubt he's going to pull a double into Groudon. Groudon's coming out, though. I really don't know. I really don't agree with that. I really don't agree with it. I guess he was either thinking... I sack Bronzong here, or I bring out my Kyogre, which I guess can't do much to my opposing opponent's Kyogre. But here I can go for the Skill Swap into my Kyogre and Water Spout, get as much damage as I want. The only thing I guess that could catch me off guard is an Explosion from the Bronzong, which I guess could be cool. Explosion Bronzong was a thing in 2010, I believe, but it's not really going to help him. Explosion Bronzong shouldn't do that much to my Kyogre. I think it would only do about 50%. As Tommy has to think really hard here. Also, Skill Swapping the Kyogre is really nice because I get Levitate. As he is going to withdraw his Bronzong. Probably go into Kyogre? Yeah, he goes into Kyogre. I don't know. The reason is I don't agree with these plays is because I get free damage onto his Kyogre, and he has to protect Groudon right here, most likely. He negates his Weather, which means he can't really touch Cresselia unless he carries a move like Rock Slide. Unless he's Thunder Punch Groudon. Which I really doubt. Tommy's a high-quality player. I don't think he's using that, as he does go for Protect. So basically, I get free damage and a free Levitate onto my Kyogre, which I am completely fine with. Skill Swap into the Kyogre, and the free Water Spout. Free damage. Oh, I do not think I talked about Tommy's accomplishments. He's top got a lot of regionals, done really well. His recent accomplishment is the top 4 at Lancaster Regionals. He has top cut multiple events, however, and he's a really strong player in the New York, New Jersey area Premier Challenges. That's what I want to say, but here I can just go for Helping Hand Water Spout. It punishes anything. He cannot touch my Kyogre, most likely, in the rain, so he's going to withdraw his Groudon, but probably going to go out into his Bronzong. I guess he could go for like I don't know what he can go for. Because the Helping Hand Water Spout should knock out the Bronzong because it's a Kyogre in the rain, people. And I wonder if he has Thunder on his Kyogre. That might be one of his only win conditions, as I put his Kyogre really low. So yeah, I'm really down he can win the game, and Thunder shouldn't do that much to my Kyogre. As he goes for the Origin Pulse, as it's going to do nothing to my 2 Pokemon here. As that's a decent amount, I guess, to my Cresselia. I still have one more turn to Trick Room up, which is really nice, as Groudon is going to come out here. And yeah, I can click Water Spout and Skill Swap for the game. He can go for Double Protect. I don't really care about that, however. Maybe I should Skill Swap. Or I could just switch out my Kyogre. Because most likely he would Double Protect here, right? Yeah, most likely he would Double Protect. So I could get Kangaskhan in here for free. I think I like that. Getting Kangaskhan in for free. And... Skill Swap. I might as well Skill Swap my Kang as well. Because just in case I can get my Weather up if he decides to not protect with Groudon. He has to protect with Groudon. And Kyogre can't do much other than Ice Beam. So he kind of negated his Kyogre's power. As I Skill Swap my Kangaskhan as he does not protect with either. Ooh, this should be interesting. But Primordial Seed with Kangaskhan will activate. So let's see what he goes for. Precipice Blades is going to come out. Going to hit both my Pokemon. So he has Physical Groudon. Nice, as that shouldn't be able to touch my Thundurus in the back unless you carry Stone Edge. And the Ice Beam going to come out onto my Cresselia. This should pick up the knockout, I would assume. As it doesn't. Okay. I'm going to bring out my Thundurus right now, and I think I'm just going to click Protect here. Yeah, I might as well click Protect, because most likely he would protect his Kyogre and go for the Stone Edge or Rock Slide if he has it. And I'm going to go for the Ice Beam into his Groudon. Yeah, I maybe made too big of a read, but you know what? If his Kyogre had Thunder, I could have been screwed. Because next turn he could have Thunder Precipice Blades. Then again, I guess that wouldn't make sense because my Cresselia would have still been at a decent health. So I don't know what is being fought here. I am going to protect my Thunders after all. Because most likely... Oh, he actually goes for the Ice Beam into Thunders. And he Precipice Blades, completely fine as well as... maybe I have to hit Origin Pulse to win the game, I do realize that. As Cresselia is going to fall... I definitely do live one, though. I definitely do live a Precipice Blades. So here I'm going to go for the Wild Charge into Kyogre. I think his only play is going for the Crit Precipice Blades here. I'm going to go for the Origin Pulse. As long as it connects with the Groudon, I win the game. I don't want to go for a Water Spout in case he gets a crit on the Precipice Blades, which I don't think will knock out my Kyogre. But it would definitely make Water Spout not KO. As that was a pretty huge mistake of me, not just going for the attacks, as he does protect his Kyogre here. Let's see what his Groudon goes for. Is it the Precipice Blades? Double Protect, actually. I don't agree with that. If he wanted a chance, he should have just went for the attack with his Groudon as Wild Charge and the Origin Pulse. Gonna go into the Double Protect. He has to hope for a Double Protect, I think. Gonna go for the Origin Pulse once again. Yeah. I don't know. As Wild Charge is going to connect with his Kyogre. Does Origin Pulse hit? That's the question. Really big question. Maybe I should have went for the Water Spout, but I don't think it will do enough if he gets a crit. If he gets a crit, he might knock me out too. That's definitely a possibility. We're actually faster, so it's a speed tie. I do get the Origin Pulse off, and I will knock out his Groudon, and that would be a good game. So he was minimal speed Groudon. Okay. That is interesting, but we are able to knock out his Groudon, and we are able to pick up the 2-win. Of course, it could have went either way if I missed Origin Pulse, but of course he had the same chance of missing Precipice Blades on my Kyogre, and he needed 2 Precipice Blades to knock out my Kyogre. Very good games to my opponent, Tommy. Definitely go check out his Twitch channel down below, and I think I just had the matchup in general. Of course, I did screw up that one turn, however, I feel like, you know what? I feel like I had the game either ways, as long as I prepared. I did not expect him to double attack that one turn where it was the last turn trick him. He could have just went for the Double Protect. But I honestly thought he would have just either went for a Double Protect or just one Protect and one attack. But that was a cool play by Tommy. I guess if he wanted to go back into the game, he had to make those hard reads, or maybe he just thought that he lost either way and decided, I'm not going to drag out the game any longer. But anyway, good games to Tommy. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of VGC Back to Big Battles. Please leave a like down below. Go show some support to Tommy. Twitch link will be in the description down below. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. I just realized this layout is different. This is the wrong layout, but whatever. See you guys in another video.